What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
You know, we here with the Cold Facts Podcast.
Cold Hard Facts.
Cold Hard Facts Podcast. My apologies.
Yeah.
We here, you know, we make corrections. The Cold Hard Facts Podcast, where corrections be made. This is Midnight. It's your boy Jimmy Gordon.
It's your boy J Post.
And you know, we just had to slide through and say what's up to our homie DNA real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Facts.
Hey, what the fuck is up with the motherfucking businesses? Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 216-216. I am DNA, the only one, the one and only, of course. Back again, once again. And I have two very special guests. They are known as OutPastMidnight. And if individually, I have J Post.
Yeah.
And Jimmy. Jimmy.
The word. Jimmy Gordon.
Jimmy Gordon. You use your whole name or you
Yeah.
just play Jimmy? Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't want to fuck up. Anyway, because I already fucked up before I pressed record. But anywho, yeah. So I got a lot of questions, like I said before I told y'all. But most of them are gonna come off the dome. So first, how did y'all meet?
Poetry club.
Yeah.
Yeah, we so when I was a freshman, he was a sophomore. I really came to my high school. I went to Gwendolyn Brooks. We went to Gwendolyn Brooks for the poetry team. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna compete. Sure, that's what I came here for. I came here to do L-Time.
Right.
And I walked into the library, you feel me? And at first I was like the only guy there. It was like one other guy, his name was Danny, and you feel me? Then Jim walked in, and apparently Jim had been on the team before. And he was also surprised to see other niggas in the library with, you feel me? The team was like, yo. And from there we kind of just got solid. We started writing dual poems together, and the rest is history.
So, how did y'all come up? I mean, well, when did y'all start rapping, period? Like,
Well, along with Poetry Club, Brooks had we was lucky enough to be like the first people that had the studio at Brooks.
okay.
So like they had built in, like, you know, they had got some good equipment and some stuff and some mics and then set it up on like the art side of the building. And you know, that's when we started like we always kind of like rapped and like wrote verses. But like when we started having that studio, that's when we started recording. And like when that started happening, a lot of like, you know, there was a lot of collaboration that was happening because at that time wasn't too many other people in music. So everybody who was recording in the studio was kind of just working with each other. And we had already worked with each other because, you know, like we was writing pieces. So it kind of just ended up morphing into it.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been rapping for a long time.
Yeah. I've been rapping since I was like 14, 13.
I've been rapping since I was like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when did y'all know that y'all wanted to rap though? Like, sit and take it serious?
I think I always been yeah.
I feel like low-key because like when you from Chicago and like, and we was 13, 14 experiencing like the rise of like Chance the Rapper and like all these independent artists.
Right.
When I seen that, I'm like, I could do this shit too. Like I was literally, it was reaffirming that like people be like, oh yeah, it's crazy, but it's like, it's only like you gotta put in hard work into it, just like anything else. And like, so it was like when I seen that, I was like, yeah, I can do this rapping shit. I'm gonna do it.
And I think for me it was like, I don't know, I was you feel me?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I was able to repeat verses flawlessly from the radio, like since the shit. And people were like, I get it, you feel me? Juicy come on, Big's first verse on. You feel me? I'm up. You feel me? Doing talent shows and I'm third grade. You feel me? First grade, like I just always knew I wanted to be a performer. You feel me? And I fell into poetry when I was in like 6th grade. And I had already been writing verses and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I can get deeper with it. All right, hold on. I ain't got to rhyme. Hold on. Like, you feel me? And then I started competing. You feel me? That's where I'm at. And from there, it was just like, yeah, I'm going to make this music and I'm going to say what I want to say. Versus, you feel me, when niggas think it's popular.
Let me go to y'all music because I was fucking. It's crazy how I was looking at questions, but wasn't asking none of the questions that was on the motherfucker.
It really be like that.
But so yeah, y'all are dope. First, I want to say that dope as fuck. different and diverse as fuck. Like it's hip hop and it's like also turn up race type hip hop too. Like I'm like, this shit is crazy. Like this shit is crazy in a good way, in a great way. I couldn't. I think I got past Suburban and could not turn this motherfucker off. And then I found myself like not even looking at tracks anymore, and I just like did like that, and I was just like had my headphones in, and then just kept doing what I was doing, whatever I was doing, and shit, and then I just let the whole project go.
Was you listening to the remaster?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I'm straight up go straight to Spotify, and then I go look at visuals and shit like that. And I also listen to the other songs before the project dropped. So if I'm not mistaken, none of the songs that y'all dropped are on the project.
Yeah, no.
So was that strategic? Was that the?
Yeah. So we went into really after the pandemic, we was like, you feel me? We had dropped one project, and I Mess Outside was doing good. No, it was fun. You feel me? But if it was anything, it was reaffirming what we needed to be doing. In fact, we need to be on our shit and making love. You feel me? Literally, it was like so we had songs loaded. You feel me? Honestly, right now, loaded.
Yeah, we got.
And
we
it's
got
like,
a clip.
yeah, oh my god. But like, you feel me? It was like, yo, we got all these songs. Should we make a big ass project, or should we? You feel me? Like, really get in motherfuckers' faces for the simple fact that ain't really nobody heard from us. You feel me? Ain't nobody been like necessarily. As much as we was doing a bunch of like performances, hitting open mics, you feel me? Even getting more bookings. It's
and the pandemic took away so much of that momentum. Like I feel like a lot of our experience, like as good as we are on track, like seeing us live is really like where you see like OutPastMidnight on OPM type shit. You know
so
what I'm
when it
saying?
came to getting those tracks out, it was honestly songs people have been hearing at shows for months. People were like, man, can I go stream preach? Is that a thing I can go do? You feel me? And we were like, no, it's not out. It's on SoundCloud. They're like, all right, bro. Like people are literally seeing people
shit on SoundCloud.
Yeah, people shit on SoundCloud, or they, you feel me? They don't have the Apple phones, so they don't do the due diligence of going to do all that. You feel me?
Right.
I can't stream and I can't add it to my playlist how I want to. I'm gonna look for it when it drop, even though it's, you feel me, somewhere they can find it already.
Right.
So it was like, all right, we done had these songs we performing, them people obviously fuck with them, let them go.
Right.
You feel me? And that's what we did. So we went on a run Midnight May to bump up the project. That was, you feel me, a marketing tactic. Every week y'all gonna see something new from us into this project, and you feel me, and we gonna throw a show at the end of it too.
Yeah, I'm just really trying to get like that engagement. And I feel like also like if we would have dropped it as like another EP, that's like it's just density. You give people time to digest it one at a time, and you see what they rock with.
Right.
And also messing around with the covers, people seeing like different, you feel me, content, literally seeing us, like, you feel me, I feel like in a different light for the first time, like, cause we was using like a lot of animated covers and stuff like that, and we was like, no, let's just give them flicks, let's take it to the hood, let's go in front of Saint Sabina, let's do this, let's do that, like, let's have a good time.
Right, yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the project because I feel like if I add something else, it's gonna be something I wrote down, and I don't want to do that. So Manifest.
Ooh, crazy. Okay.
Tell me about that.
We wrote that when we was like 18.
19,
Yeah.
And how old are y'all?
22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caught us on the.
It's a rare point each year where we're the same age for a small period of time.
Right.
Is it like 6 months? What, 6?
Yeah, 6 months apart.
Yeah. So like,
Nah. Yeah.
All right, but yeah. So I was like, I was 18. You feel me? We were. I think I was in my senior year. He's in his freshman year of college. And I was, you feel me, in the place of like, yeah, I know how to craft a good verse, bro. Like, this is something I know I can do. And aside from that, the power of words can get me somewhere, you feel me, crazy. Like, we were, you feel me, 17 doing commercials with East Bay. Yeah. We were, you feel me, getting paid to go perform in office buildings for 5 minutes, getting fat checks type thing. Like, this was something that I realized that, wow, I'm already doing what I want to be doing. Like, it's very possible. I want people to realize, like, the more you speak on what you can't do, the more you make it real for yourself. So it's like manifesting, you feel me, manifesting your destiny, literally speaking out what you want to happen in the world. So I crafted a verse about it, you feel me?
And man, the hook came through. Shit, I had a verse, scrapped the verse, came back harder, and we tracked it.
Right.
A lot of that, yeah.
Who decides who goes first?
Usually, it's usually whoever has a verse. When we first started, it was whoever had a verse first.
Okay.
So like, usually he would have like a hook or something, or like a verse they had crafted, and then he would just, you know, lay it down. You know, we come through and then we just do it together. Come back and mop it up, you know.
Right.
And for TBS specifically, we was on like open mic run. So what we was doing that whole summer was, you feel me, going week for week, giving a different song to an open mic that we would attend to YCA where it played.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday for like a whole summer. We were just walking in there trying to have a new song every Tuesday. And that's where the original Teenage Bullshit came from. That was the project. 7 weeks, 7 songs. Bow. That's how we did it.
That's dope. So now I gotta ask one of my questions now, because I'm gonna dip in and out. Y'all top 3 albums of all time.
Top 3 albums.
They're gonna be different.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I feel like
From each one of y'all.
I feel like for me, it's always shifting. I'm never good at having like hierarchies and stuff because I just like different shit. But like I'm gonna just say like in no order. Purple Rain, Prince, In My Mind, for real. That's one of the top ones. And Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Graduation, Kanye. Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick, and I'm gonna say Ready to Die, Biggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy right here is the real diverse side, the real like all over the place.
Yeah.
Like I likes that.
I listen to everything. I grew up like I came from a real musical house. My father he played rock and roll, he played R&B, jazz, blues, like. So my mother, you know, she's gospel, you know, so I got a little mix of it all.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was crazy. My parents didn't let me listen to rap music until I was like 12, 13. That's when I started actually listening to what I wanted to choose.
Okay. That's dope. Because you literally said no rap really, so you know that's dope.
In my mind, for real, that's a little.
Yeah, that's a little rap.
I
said it's not that much though. For real, it's more of a. I feel like Pharrell's more of a singer than anything. I mean, come on, Happy.
He do drop some verses though.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he used to drop off some verses back in the day.
Yeah. Fucking Move That Dope was unexpected.
I lied. So bogus. Wow. As much as I listen to this album,
Which one?
Speaker Box to Love Below.
Oh yeah.
That's
Okay.
my top 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Ready
So
to
what
Big, Ready to Die for Big. That's just like top 5. But nah, Outkast for
Okay. Still diverse as fuck. Let's see. Okay, we can go back to the project.
I'm sitting here like
Bullshit.
Yeah.
That was I like bullshit a lot because that was one because of the way that we shifted structure. Like we intentionally made a like effort to like shift like how we've been normally structuring our songs, and then that beat came from our homie Mo Hit, crazy ass MC, producer, guitar player, engineer, wonderful dude.
We were at an old like classic rock studio in the city too.
At Rax Tracks.
Yeah, we were at Rax Tracks and like in the attic, like literally. And at first we were fucking around, bro. Like I was literally up there fucking around because I said, I think I said the first line, but we were talking about doing like some stupid Victorian shit. I was like I should say this or that, a British accent or some shit. And we were literally, I was like, I think I was freestyling. I literally said I woke up on bullshit, and I was like, that kind of hit though. I was like, so yeah, maybe we should actually lay it out. And they got to land the drums and shit. You feel me? And really structure the beat. And we was like, yeah, let's get some rapper the other day.
And it's a little bit funny because we found it like the sound was just on a pack that was on the computer like and then he had structured the rest of the beat around it. But it turns out that the sample was the same sample from whatever pack that our homie T-Star used for her song Tesla Music, and it was crazy because we was at a performance one time. It was like, hold up, is this? It was like, nah, like we used the same pack, like that's what.
And then we also heard the same sample on like a BTS like song or some shit like that. It's just like I was like okay, so people have this pack. Good to know.
Yeah.
Supposed to do.
That's a classic. That was from back when we was 18.
The first song, like
that was the very first song we
ever wrote together, dropped.
Not the very first song we wrote together.
Not the very first song we wrote together.
That was the first one we dropped.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, you feel me? We was some young niggas going through, you feel me? Some hardships and shit like that.
Right at the same time, bro.
Yeah, bro, it was weird, bro. But you feel me? We got to doing that shit at YCA, like we did that shit a few times, and they were like kind of fucking with it. Like the old heads on the scene started talking to us. They was like, that. Or that. We like, okay, oh shit, we got you.
The very first, man, that's not
you know.
And it's crazy because like I feel like that was the first time niggas ever heard me sing at YCA for real.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's wild.
Let's see. Do y'all want to get signed?
It's looking like no.
Yeah, I signed a distribution, you feel me? But for me to sign like a major, like you feel me, a major like deal, I would need, you feel me, I don't need a sunset clause. I already need some assurance that, you feel me, some number, some percentage that means you don't own 100% of shit, because I'm not making nothing that belongs to nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, that's just kind of the bottom line of it.
That's that.
Yeah, I'm not selling my intellectual property for you to feed your kids for years to come. Like, that don't even sound right. That literally don't even sound right.
I'm very, like, industry phobic right now, because it's like, we see, like, I mean, in a way, industries, like, I feel like the gatekeeping, like, the filtering, I'll say, and not gatekeeping, of, like, talent into, like a structure. That was one thing that I feel like kind of should like stick around, because like now the internet is such a diverse place, but anybody can find what they want to find now, because you know, but they can find us if they would just Google, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like the thing that the industry really does, it's like there's the music and there's the business, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you can't have business. Like business is something that's very like objective, like sales, like they judge by, you know, numbers and shit, metric, not necessarily by the subjective quality of your art, like of what you can create, what you can do, and what you can develop. Like the industry don't really even like define like talent no more. Like they don't build their artist stuff anymore. They kind of just use it to. Yeah,
there's no artist development, and that's the reason you see so many people fizzle out so early. Like you take somebody who might have had a really awesome career, you feel me, throw them right into the spotlight, and then be mad they can't swim with the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because these people have had years of industry training, rehearsals out the ass, you feel me, creative directors working with them, people to expand their mind and their ideas and build upon the foundation of the talent. You feel me? People, and now it's a marketing game.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not even about the talent. You can be as talented as can be, you feel me? But if you're not supplying the content that people need from you, you feel me? You're just dropping into the ether.
And the industry low-key evolving with the internet too, because what's happening now is it's not the industry finding talent and then refining them and pushing them. It's the industry finding the next hottest song, so that way they can take the rights to that song as quick as possible, so that way they can make as much money from it, and then ask the artist to do it again and again and again for however perpetuity. That's a word y'all need to learn and reflect.
Forever.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. Oh, how do y'all stay inspired to do this?
Man,
it's hard sometimes. But
yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but also standing around other people that, you feel me, still sharp still, bro. Yeah. You gotta be around people who, you feel me, who make you want to create. You gotta be around, you feel me, folks who make you want to do better, be better at your craft. Yeah. Like, if you ever feel like you're the best person, you feel me, in your group or something, you need to find a mentor, you need to find somebody else who's also doing what you're doing, or you feel me, something around it that's gonna push you feel me, because it's like, that's what it is. We got, you feel me, besides opium, like we push each other, you feel me. There'd be times where he go in the lab, I hear you go, I don't know, let me go rehearse this shit real quick, or, you feel me, vice versa. And it's like, that's what it gotta be. We got a whole other circle of homies outside of this, you feel me,
Shout out Casket.
You feel me, like, our boys keep us on our toes.
Yeah,
It's like
Kenny Warner style.
they got here to tell us, yo, I was alright. It's not really on topic, or you feel me? I think you lay that better. Like you need motherfuckers like that around you.
You're right. For sure.
That's right.
Oh, and go live a life.
Oh yeah,
Please.
yeah.
Go
You
live a life.
can't write from inside the box.
Yeah, bro. Go live a life. Go. I don't know. Talk to old girl. Whatever you need to do. Go live a life, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some experience, sis. You know, just do. You know, you gotta like. That's another thing.
We drove to New York. Like,
yeah.
come on. We had no plane tickets. We drove to BK for 20 hours of studio time. They said we got 20 hours for the low for you. We drove. We wasn't playing.
You gotta live a life, but also write what's under your nose too. Like that's another thing that we come from. Like I'm not gonna write about nothing that I don't know. It's not gonna come out good. It's not gonna sound genuine because I don't know about it. So I gotta talk about what I talk about.
Definitely that. The weekend. We said the days of the week. Everybody loves days of the week.
Everybody knows that shit.
Nothing.
Ooh.
Nothing was.
I ain't gonna talk about that stuff. It was interesting because nothing started out. You know how it is to impress a girl when you roll for. You know what it is. So it's like I wrote that song for somebody that I was trying to pursue at that point in time, and interestingly enough, that ended up sparking their relationship with somebody else. It was crazy. It was great, but it was tough though. Great song. Great song. I think we decided to do like the whole singing and like the back and forth and all that good stuff, like just in the lab naturally. It was like a thing of how we gonna break this down and how we gonna, you feel me, make it flow. I told him I didn't want the first verse. I flat out said, yeah, kill it, go crazy, I don't want it. He was like, alright, and he went there, he did his damn thing. I had the second verse in that part of the breakdown was another him moment from the Sparkatinians that I hope people sample in the future. I really hope somebody picks that up and be like, yeah, I'm gonna use this for something.
You said what?
The little sample, like the little, you feel me, the breakdown at the end.
Oh yeah, that shit was. Yeah, sometimes like I think about this shit like me and this nigga really Shaq and Kobe for real. In no particular order, but like if he throw that motherfucker up, I'ma dunk it. If you know, I'ma try to lay that motherfucker up. Like every time that we write something, it's always like trying to elevate the song. You know what I'm saying? It's for the sake of the song, like how to make each other sound good.
That's another thing, respecting the song, bro.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like maybe try to fight the beat. Like, come on, bro.
Niggas be fucking UFC fighting the beat.
Okay. If you could headline y'all own tour, what 3 artists are y'all bringing with y'all?
Alright, I done thought about this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I done thought about this a lot.
Are you talking about like low key? Like, are we talking about like local, like the homies? Are we talking about like
Bro, whatever y'all hearts desire.
Okay. I would like, because it's different vibes you could bring on the tour.
So many different vibes. Cause low key, if I had a tour, I would want like different acts. Low key, like I would want like a band, and then I might want like a good ass DJ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to go on tour with somebody, like I would low key have like K-Tronado with me.
That's a tough one.
I can't lie, cause that nigga had everybody jumping. You know what I'm saying? He got all the vibes. He got hard. Like he got some good hip hop shit. He got some great house like dancing shit. Like, and plus, like, just like somebody who just hold energy. Like, I feel like if you ever seen that nigga create a set and like hold a vibe in a room, you know what the fuck is up. And then, closed casket, like,
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? G, like, I always gonna bring my homies type shit. Like, them niggas would be, us on tour would be ridiculous. Kenny Morningstar, Most of the Marauder, S-Rock, the coldest producer and DJ, once again, like these niggas is like, for real, like just like energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I just love like how they rap.
Okay, but I feel like a young niggas a rap tour specifically, I would love to see, you feel me, us. I'ma say Kenny Mason.
Kenny
I'ma
Mason's
say,
yeah.
Baby King.
We would be great.
Yeah, that's a tour right there. Just those 3.
I feel like we would definitely be great.
And like, just because I feel like people would expect it. Like I said, young niggas are out. I bring Corday.
Corday, for sure.
I'm not Jack, but like I said, Corday.
Okay. influence.
Yeah, Jack Harlow. I know he's gonna draw a crowd, bro. Jack has that. He got that sauce. I'm giving it to him.
Let's see.
You got some songs.
Friday.
Hey, so around that same time, didn't Pops pass? Or was that before?
I was after, I believe.
Yeah, man. I feel like around that same time, it was kind of like, you know, Friday, like the movie is iconic. Like, you know, and we like stoners in our own right, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we always just, you know,
Like you said, right what's under your nose.
Mm-hmm.
The hook is literally the movie. Like, if you really break it down, like, he said, he was like, so man, it's a Friday, you ain't got no job, you ain't got no, oh, I'm about to get you high. Like, it's literally what he said, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's break it down. Let's put it up.
Yeah.
And then we ended up making the hook. That was crazy, because we almost dropped the project without the song. We literally almost dropped TBS without Friday, because we had a deadline, and we had missed like one of the sessions that we were supposed to have. Our homie Nick was having us record out of Columbia, out of the, you feel me, 33 East Building right here. And we had like missed a session, some shit was like, oh man, yo, we should just let the project go. We said we was gonna do it then, and it was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. But I was like, bro, I was like, this track right here, this one needs to make it. And then when we recorded and we got it done, it was like, yeah, if we would have missed out on this would have been a treacherous move. And then we put it together and we ended up dropping it, and it just so happens in the original album order, like it started at the weekend and it ended at Friday. And then if you played it back, it takes you back to the weekend from Friday. So it's like, yeah, it was unintentional, but it also just kind of worked.
So the weekend.
Yeah, the weekend was just like, that was the second song. So we were supposed to do was the first song we ever recorded and like released. That was our first single, and then the weekend was like the second attempt, like from when we was coming back, like doing that 7-song stretch. Sure. So we wanted something that we was like clearly like crowd like engagement type shit, like something that everybody could like rap along to type shit.
I remember being high in the basement writing this song. Like literally we was sitting there, and I think I had cut on the beat because we had been working on moving the hook in. And then I called him and I was like, I know I got the hook. And I started singing it on FaceTime, and he was like, hey, Shuddy, I think that's it. And then we was like, all right, let's run with it. And like we said, we took it to the open mic. And by the time, like the first time performing it anyway, by the time we was on the second hook, they already knew the hook. They already knew it. And they were singing along with us because it was like, yeah, I need the weekend. It's been a long ass week.
Hell yeah.
And I love
Tuesday. Niggas talking about giving the weekend.
And I love seeing necessarily that against all like walks of life, because I feel like that's one of the songs that we like perform, and people that like, from like really old people, like we've literally had an elderly white woman walk up to us and be like, I like that song, and we were like, wow, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You feel me? Like, and everybody at record, you feel me, can like get close to the idea of, man, it's been a long week, I need a break. And it was one of them songs that just kind of went over real well. So
there's always a little crowd pleaser, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was dope. That's dope. So how did y'all decide the order of the track listing?
this time around, we had an extra track.
Let me look at the track.
Well, if you listen to it, there's really 2 extra tracks. But we had an extra track, right? And we were like, okay, so we could drop them in the same order, and then just throw this extra song at the end and it'd be a little bonus. And then we were like, the fact that we've edited some of this stuff and it flows differently, and we also have new material to necessarily add to what it was, we decided to really remix what the project originally was, give it a new order, and let it play out how it did. Like I said, The Weeknd was the first track on it, on the original. It's the last one now, you feel me? And it's like just a little stuff that we added to it that made it necessarily that. Because before it sounded like a beginning song, right? We added a little, and now it sounds like an end of song. So you feel me? We just switched some stuff around. Bullshit sounds good next to Suburban. We knew that was gonna happen, so we were like, let's put the high energy in, a focal point in the project, so people can necessarily ride that out.
Yeah,
Choose Bullshit Suburban.
Yeah, like I feel like, and that's Minus Bullshit, that's the same one that we have for the original album too. So it's like we real conscious about like how we structure our shit, because like we like the ebb and flow or something. Like you can control the energy by like the way that you pace, like the energy, or like even the speed of like your tracks and stuff like that.
Kind of the same way we build a set. Like if we were to like build out a set for a certain performance, you feel me? We fill out the energy in the room, and then we like, or what we hear the event's going to be, if have a chance to pull out the energy in the room. It's like we build our set based off that. All right, these people look like they trying to get rowdy. Let's do some like suburban. Drop that. You feel me? And it look like you feel me? They look like a bunch of stoners not trying to do shit, bro. I'm about to get you high. Like you feel me? Like people, it's just like a whole like, okay.
Or like we see a more conservative crowd, we can adjust. We real adaptable, man. Like I feel like that's the one thing. We've switched the tire sets before.
Yeah, it was at one point. Literally, just our last set, we were doing something with Mike that Monday. Shout out to Ari, you feel me?
Shout out to Ari. Make sure you shout out to Bonnie's Beats. Make sure y'all check out the juices and them amazing things that she's putting together over there.
But pretty much Ari had us, and we were supposed to have music for our set and microphones. We did the whole shit a cappella. No mics, no beats, just
crazy.
Just
that's that poet shit.
Yeah, she was like, are y'all sure? We was like, yeah, we cool. And then we literally seen the fruits of our, you feel me, like choice the next performance, because the guy, we had another rapper who had great songs, bro, and I could hear the songs through the speaker, but they were muffled. You feel me? And I was standing right next to the DJ booth, so I know the people that were in the front couldn't really hear what was going on, and then the mic wasn't picking up his lyrics how they needed to. So it was like, this is good music, good quality music, but because you're at the mercy of a sound system, you feel me, sometimes the performance won't go over how you need it to. Come on, cut that shit out. Come on, let's do it.
Damn.
Y'all gonna rap still? Yes, come on, let's do it. We did the same thing at fucking Dorian's bar. Mics went off on us, beat went off on us. They like, they gonna keep rapping? Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll beatbox and heartbeat. Niggas don't beatbox no more.
So don't stop.
Niggas don't beatbox. What the fuck is going on, G? Like I remember one of my OGs, Toaster. It's crazy, G. Okay, so it's funny. So that whole night was ridiculous, because the person that like had taught us like a lot of the shit that we know as far as like rapping and poetry and shit was working the door that night. But he was the one that said like you gotta teach motherfuckers how to beatbox. This is gonna be a lost art. And like it's like for real, motherfuckers do not beatbox anymore. It's ridiculous.
And people be scared to get off the beat, bro. Like, if you got to say what you gonna say it.
You know?
Right. Yeah, that's dope. SNS.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
SNS.
I think we was at a.
This was during the pandemic.
Yeah, we was working a shitty dead ass job, bro. Like we was doing. It wasn't that. But it was like really like.
Oh, it wasn't very. It wasn't paying that.
No, it wasn't paying that at all. But it was very, very strenuous, 12-hour shifts type shit at the heat of the pandemic, making COVID tests. So you feel me? We was in a session, and I had bought this beat off this you feel me producer. And I had Vin Ace, and I had bought it off him, and you feel me? I played it for Jim, and I had the hook or whatever, and like kind of that like first verse. And I had like filled it out on a rough draft, and we had it for a while, and then I think we had came back to it because, like I said, we was working heavy. So like that was one of them lost files that we kind of came back to in the lab, like, hold on, play that. And then our engineer Eli had been fucking with it, so he had did something where he switched the bass from the top part of it to give it more of a build up to like you feel me to like where the second kind of drops in. So it was like when he did it, it just sounded masterful. We listened to the other speaker, I'm like, bro, this ain't out yet. What are we doing? Why are we holding this? And then he laid his verse. We put that shit out.
I was shy as hell to make SNS. I can't lie. It's one of them songs like when we started performing it, I ain't really want to too much because like it was like one of them topics that I'm like I'd be shy as hell performing that shit, but then it had to grow on.
For sure. Love song.
That's a little classic right there. That was during the pandemic too.
Yeah. We were just on really on some smooth shit. I wanted something that was like, you feel me, over smooth. I'm not gonna do some nice like, you feel me, rapping too. Something we can also break down into an acoustic set.
Yeah.
And Love Song came about. And what's crazy is we held that one too. We held that song for a while, and our manager hated us for it. Like, completely despised us. Every time we'd get in the car damn there, if we were sharing music or some shit, She'll be like, play no song. We'll be like,
and they're immediately like, why isn't this out?
literally, why is this out again? And then like, I think one of the days we was riding in the car and we played it, you feel me, again. And the speakers cut out riding. I'm like,
why isn't this out?
yeah, why isn't this out? This is kind of a great ass mix too. Like, why isn't this out again? And then she looked at us like some.
I've been saying that.
And we're like, all right, let's put it out. And it was one of the Midnight Day singles, you feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jump.
We wrote Jump way before. Jump was 2 years old. Jump was like, we wrote Jump in like 2019, bro.
It was one of our first sessions with our engineer. The engineer that engineered all of, you feel me, I Miss Outside, and you feel me, mixed it all. That was one of the first tracks we ever did with him. And he fucked with it heavily. And I remember that was like one of our introduction songs. He was like, nah, this shit crazy and it's different. Yeah, I fuck with y'all.
Right.
And like that was one of them tracks we held. And I think we tried to perform it like once or twice and it didn't go over how we needed it to. And I think that's what made us hold the song. And it really wasn't a thing of necessarily the song being a bad song. Like, it was the fact that we were at the mercy of shitty sound systems.
Terrible sound systems.
This was a song that, you feel me, needed some speakers that needed, you feel me, the sound to be right. And it wasn't really like one of those things that we had, like, if we tried to do a cappella, and also Jump is a long hook. The hook is the majority of the song. So
we had to shorten the hook. We usually have to rearrange it just so like you can hit different.
Yeah, we literally changed it from the original version because the original version we was like, all right, this is too much. This is too much. We can't have people jumping that long. First off, we can't even jump that long and rap for real. So let's be for real with ourselves real quick and change some shit. So we changed it up, got it ready to drop and let it
go. So y'all primarily write, no freestyling?
We freestyle. We was raised on freestyle.
Okay.
Especially a lot more in recent times. Honestly, I've just been walking up to the mic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Niggas is just trying to be. This nigga, he wrote like, you know how Jay-Z be writing in his head? He did it one time. Like, that shit was crazy.
He's like, all right, bro, let me see the verse. I'm like, I didn't write it down. What you mean you didn't write it down? I've been writing it in my head. He was like, hold on, what?
And that's crazy because we also come from writing, but like, it's benefits to literally being just more spontaneous in the booth because you would say something that you probably
wouldn't write.
Because you're thinking about like different things. Like when you writing, like I know when I'm writing, it usually be a lot more cutting dry. You know what I'm saying?
And I think I had this one shit I was freestyling, like, but I was plugging the bar, so I was like putting it together, putting the verse together. I said some shit like, I was like, and it's like Bunny versus the free world. Got so much flow, I turned the venue into Sea World. And then I punched the next line. And I was like, now all I need is some money and an E-girl. Get nasty on the flow, bust it down like a B-girl. But all of that was off the top. You feel me? So it was like, I got off the mic, and then they played the whole verse through. They're like, bro, when the fuck did you just record this? I was like, I was plugging the lines, bro. I just had to get the shit together. You feel me? I was building them out as I was going. Just walk up to the mic.
Damn. Producers that you want to work with?
Definitely K-Trip.
I want to work.
Thundercats. I need some Thundercat in my life.
I would like to work with.
Oh, I would love some shit from Soundwave. Kendrick, you feel me? He produced Fear. I'm pretty sure he did Sing About Me. Like those staple like statement pieces from Kendrick. Mostly like Soundwave. Yeah. So I would like to work with Soundwave for sure.
I can't think of none off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's a lot of dope producers around us. Mind if we shout some people out?
That's towards the end. Yeah, I got you.
I can, like, hey, just find you. Like,
oh, come on, Peter Cottontail. Come on, Peter.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
You know, I need a footwork after Shorty. I'm telling you. All right.
Did we talk about Preach yet? No.
We didn't talk about
that was college though. That was like, that was more refined to us for sure.
Yeah.
That was my first year at Columbia. His second year.
Yeah. And we were signed to AMP at the time. AMP Records at Columbia. So it was the student run record label that they had there, and it was headed by Alex at Closed Sessions Records. So, you know, it was one of them efforts, and we had got they gave us access to some producers. That's how we met our homie Cold Water.
He produced this beat. You feel me? We had that's when they had 4 beats in the back, and as soon as they played that one, I was like, this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, you sure I'm 100% here? I said, nothing else. This one.
And
I'm gonna lose my fucking taco.
And then we found out that we had another MC, Weekend the Human. He had chose the beat too. So on the original song, it's us and you. So
and
see, y'all got a lot of SoundCloud exclusive shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
before.
That's a gift and a curse.
Midnight. That's
like
Jimmy.
Okay.
That was literally, it was. I was before, we was just
that's a gift and a curse. I always tell artists, like, don't do stuff like that. Because I feel like that is like almost like, why does SoundCloud get this and not Apple Music, Spotify, such and such and like that. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah.
The listener.
For that one specifically, though, the third verse wasn't on the song that dropped, you feel me, on the Midnight Made, because we had actually hit him up during the time where we were getting these records ready to go. We was like, yo, so you feel me, we were recognized that you feel me, you were on the original song. We have been performing it, you feel me, for a long time, necessarily without you on it, type thing. So would you mind if we dropped what you feel me, people have been hearing at those mics? And he was like, no, go ahead, do your thing. And we were like, okay, cool, we let it go. And yeah, now people could look for the song and they be like, yeah, I like that.
Okay. Any pressure? Oh,
sorry.
Go ahead.
That song also going to be on HBO.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's going to be on Southside. Yeah.
Oh, that's
December 29th.
December 29th.
Watch out and watch that episode.
Catch
over
the song
and over and over.
And us. And the season now.
We performed the song. I don't know if I can say too much. Because, it's not like it's a... but, we finna be in the show. We finna be on the... in the episode. It's crazy.
Any pressure to do solo work?
Oh, no pressure, but we definitely do want to do solo work.
Yeah.
You got solo shit already. Open season.
I dropped... Yeah, I came out with my... For me...
I clipped that for y'all promotion.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like we've always been necessarily individual artists, and you feel me, we do our own solo work. He has, you feel me, he's done instrumental solos, you feel me, he's done, you feel me, different vocals on different people's songs. So if I definitely plan on pursuing, you feel me, more music, more solo music, so to see. Just to, you feel me, delve into who we are as artists and develop even more.
Favorite duos outside of yourselves?
Definitely Outkast.
Ray Sherman, Cole.
Yeah, for sure. I fucks with everything heavily.
Me personally, Camp Low. I love Camp Low Dynamic. Whenever Redman and Method Man rap, that's my favorite. One of my favorite duos.
Get and play
classic, you know what I'm saying?
That's classic. I really rock with, you feel me, bringing it closer to home, Mother Nature.
Hell fucking yeah, Mother Nature. Yeah.
You feel me? What other duos? I feel like there's a lot of unofficial duos too that I really rock with.
We fuck with Stranger Civilian heavy too.
Oh yeah, shout out to the boys for sure.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think that's really it. There's a lot of groups we rock with though, you feel me, outside of that, R&B groups and stuff like that.
Daft Punk. That's a duo. R.I.P. They not together no more. It hurts.
R.I.P.
It hurts so bad. Yeah, it's robots.
Audio Push? Heard Audio Push? Y'all never heard of Audio Push? Y'all gotta look up Audio Push.
Oh shit, Mobb Deep.
Oh, yeah.
What about Mobb Deep? Fucking Clips.
Oh my god, I wrote one of the best cypher verses I ever did in my life to a Clips beat, and I do not have the document no more.
Papa's.
Hurts the heart.
Oh yeah, sure.
I really had too much else for y'all. I think I got everything for y'all. Yeah, y'all can do shout outs.
Alright. Shout out to you, feel me, Soda.
Yeah, first and foremost, shout out to
for sure.
Ray with the hands.
You know, best manager in the world.
Shout out to T-Star. Shout out to Jordan Blair, our homies from Fusion of Light Entertainment.
Shout out to the Casket again, you feel me?
You know.
Kenny Morningstar, S-Shot, and Muslim Maradi, you feel me?
Shout out to all our co-producers that we've wrapped over. Damo Do the Most, Sterling. Shout out
Tango, my boy.
Shout out to so many other producers. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Inferno dropping. If you want to hear some new Coast verses, some new Kenny verses, go check out Inferno.
Go listen to Inferno by Ken Morningstar. Definitely check that shit out. Yeah.
What shout out to my boy Ben Hunter KT, my money KT.
Oh God, yeah. Shout out to
my
KT.
brother.
Oh God. Shout out to Finesse.
My boy.
And shout out to Fari Fontaine. You feel me? Holding it down in New York.
Hey, all I'm saying is Chicago and New York. We got some shit on the way.
Man,
we got some shit on the way.
Shout out to the New York motherfuckers. Mofi mixed it. Shout out to Jeff Fighter Washington type shit. To our homies out there, you know what I'm saying?
And if we missed you, it's all love. But you feel me? Y'all know how we rockin', man. Push it, y'all.
So I want to give y'all flowers. Like I said, this shit, like what y'all doing is amazing.
I appreciate it.
I normally do this before y'all shout out, so forgive me for not the original way I do things, but yeah, like what y'all doing is amazing. Y'all ahead of the game as far as like.
Shout out to June. Hey June, definitely. That's another shout out we cannot forget.
Yeah, y'all definitely got y'all finger on the pulse, and the way y'all doing shit, like I ain't never seen no shit like what y'all doing, like for real.
That's the goal.
So yeah, keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all ain't fucked up yet. Yeah, don't fuck up. I hope y'all don't fuck up.
Yeah,
well, and 2 seconds, you can amputate my foot, and I still wouldn't miss a step like that.
Right. And we out.
We out.
Peace.